Hello, traders. We'll be discussing the recovery on Bitcoin today. Can I have an audio check? Yeah, Edward. Nice to see you here. Can move forward then. Yeah, I'm doing good. How you been? Hi, Leche de Toro. It's a funny name. So Bitcoin still on this downsloping consolidation. A lot of people started freaking out today on the timeline on this sell-off here. I'm not too worried still. I think we're still in a range. I'm paying a lot of attention to the 65 area and the 69 area as we covered before. I think this bullish hammer could be good for price action if we manage to close at this level in 2.5 hours. We still have to wait for a daily close, but it's looking promising. We're just at resistance right now at 64.9K, but it's looking quite good, to be honest. What's making me more optimistic is not the Bitcoin USD chart, but the Bitcoin against SPX chart, which we've been covering for a couple of days now. You can see the same bullish hammer on the Bitcoin against SPX chart. So that makes me hopeful that the pattern can still be at play and have a breakout on the upside. Something like this. We can only dream, right? But if we do that, I think Bitcoin's gonna fly, and not too many people is expecting that. So I'm still waiting on the development of this pattern. As I said, I really like the fact that it's right beneath the all-time high level against SPX, because it's pretty similar to what the Nasdaq did last year. I'll show you guys here. So yeah, this is what Bitcoin could be doing against the SPX, just on a failed bullish pennant breakdown, regain the inside of the pattern, and then just fly all the way up to new highs, which were around here in the 17 or 16.5 level. So yeah, I'm still bullish. I really like the timeline. I feel like a lot of the froth was cleaned, and a lot of people got liquidated a couple of weeks ago with the war event. So sentiment is not so high as before. That's something to look for. We also had, for the first time yesterday, I'm gonna acknowledge that we had zero inflows from the BlackRock ETF, but I'm guessing that I don't think too many people think this, but I'm guessing that the ETF buyers, the TradFi, the banks, also conduct their trading within FOMO and panicking. So if you see the inflows, the largest inflows were basically at the top, the first couple of weeks of March, and all the volume was pretty much above 70K. And now that we are probably painting a bottom, you just see zero inflows. So that leads me to think that TradFi, it's not it's not resilient to human psychology. It's just another player, and will FOMO at the top and probably will sell the bottom as well. It's not that they have a ton more of edge than us. They definitely have more information and all, but they're still market players. So it would be so funny if the 0-day inflows turn out to paint the bottom. So yeah, that's something worth noting. Back to the Bitcoin SPX chart, I just like what I see. As long as we're inside of this range, I think it's still at play, and we could still see that breakout to the upside with a violent move and just reach all-time highs against the SPX, which could probably be the next leg up for Bitcoin all the way up to 80K, and have inflows again coming back from BlackRock and all of the other ETFs. So that would be fun. That would be really funny. We also talked about next week being important because of the 2-month chart. We have this candle here. We don't want to see a close below 61K, 61.2K, and we definitely want to see a close above 67K, because that will basically put us above the Bollinger Band. So it will be a Bollinger Band breakout with a previous squeeze. As you can see here, this is a squeeze on the bands. So that could mean that we're starting a parabolic move, just like the squeeze that we had here in 2020. And we broke out on November 2020, and then we had 2 more candles of like 4 months in total that we were able to stay out of the bands, and then a retest that confirmed the top. So I'm paying attention to next Wednesday close. That will be big for me. It's also the monthly candle close. So if we close below 60K, it will be a bearish engulfing candle around here. So we have to, if bulls wants to keep controlling the market, we have to close above 60K. That's 61 to 60K is the critical area, and whatever we were able to print above 71K, it'll be still a red candle and with a lot of absorption. So the 7 monthly candle streak of green candles will be broken. So there's not going to be an argument for there hasn't been any red candles. We need to have a red candle. We will have a red candle in April with a lot of absorption. And if it's above 77K, the 2-month starts looking pretty much incredible, because we're starting to break out of the bands and start to see hopefully acceleration towards 80, 90K level, where I'm hoping if we play out the bullish scenario around the 80 to 90K, it's going to spark media attention. It's going to spark retail attention. I mean, we're retail too, but like less acknowledged retail will probably start getting interested and coming back in crypto. We could see a rollover in Bitcoin dominance, which is what everyone has been waiting for the past 6 months, basically. And then we could have a mania phase for around 4 to 6 months, maybe a big sell-off, and then have a double top, or we'll see. But we have to remember that alt seasons don't usually last too long. So as soon as we start the alt season, there's basically a timer going against us. But we'll be here to hopefully try to make the best out of it. So that's Bitcoin. I like the price action on the daily. This Bollinger Band made it a little funny. Okay. So yeah. I'm paying more attention to this pattern, being honest, than to the USD chart right now, because the USD it's not doing anything new. There's some narratives about this being a potential Wyckoff distribution pattern. This will be the uptrust. This will be LPSY, and then have a potential breakdown and whatnot, make a lower low, and then just do some shenanigans towards the summer, stuff like that. If we get a bear market, I don't think it's going to be that easy to trade on. It's probably going to chop both ways. It's going to liquidate everyone. It's not going to come down like a hard rock. Even though we have a lot of inefficiency here, this is basically, this whole area looks like thin air. But yeah, I'm still bullish till proven otherwise. Okay, you're working from home today, Edward? That's nice. I've been working from home for the past 2 months now, since I quit my in real life job to become full-time crypto trader and hopefully streamer. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, DXY. Okay, DXY on the daily looks kind of nice because we have a bearish engulf. We'll still have to close this candle yet, so have to be patient. We still have an hour and 23 minutes more to go. I don't have too much of an edge on the DXY on the daily, being honest. I don't see any bearish divergence, just confluence. We're just hoping that this becomes a lower low regarding this one here, and we're able to finally put down a lower low than this one here. We want to break out that low. When we're talking about a more distributive pattern, in my opinion. But yeah, that's good. Not too much of an edge, just ranging and waiting to see further development on the DXY. It's pretty elevated, in my opinion. We go to 2-month chart. Yeah. We want to stay below 106.6 points on the DXY because we have a bearish engulf here on November 2023, and this bearish engulfing pattern doesn't get invalidated until another bullish engulfing pattern, or if we close above the engulfing candle. Both events have not happened yet, so this bearish engulfing candle is still valid. So hoping to see it roll over, but don't see much of an edge just there yet beside this bearish engulfing candle, which could be a sign of weakness to the dollar index. Okay, Bitcoin dominance kind of flat for today. We had some bullish divergence on the 4-hour yesterday. Let's see how that's been playing out. So yeah, this was the divergence that we saw yesterday on stream. Effectively, it bounced a little bit, but just made a lower high for now. So it could be still trending down, and that's what we all want to see, I think, except for the Bitcoin maxis. Let's see the 2-month here. This is good. It's starting to look good because we're leaving a huge Darth Maul candle with a lot of wicks to the upside. If we manage to close this candle on the black or on the red, it'll start to look a lot super interesting. And I still think that all those 60% targets are like this, or 100K targets for Bitcoin for the past cycle. When there's consensus on a target for a ticker, it doesn't usually go there. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone was expecting Bitcoin to reach 100K last cycle, and we barely made it to 69K. Everyone expecting, all the Bitcoin dominant bulls are expecting 60K in confluence with the chart. I'm hoping we don't get it, and I'm hoping if we're super lucky, this could be a top, and just not have it like straight nuke, but because I think the nuke on the Bitcoin dominance will come when Bitcoin's trading above 80 to 90K, but have something, at least a ranging scenario, maybe one more push and then come down, create something like that. Hopefully there. That will be sweet. That will be a turbo altcoin season for this year. But still wishful thinking, and we need to wait for the close on next Wednesday. Yes, Solana would send it to the moon if we have an altcoin season. I think it's gonna keep stealing market share for ETH. Sadly, because I have a lot of ETH assets, but I have a Solback too. But it just seems that the Solana narrative for this cycle has been just strong, not just on the narrative perspective, but also the use case, the amount of community that's been building there, the developers, the projects, and everything. I don't have an exposure to Solana DeFi, but maybe if DeFi is going to pump, it's probably going to be on Solana. I'm just guessing, and I have a couple of Sol NFTs, so I still think we're gonna have an NFT season by the end of the cycle. It's probably the very end of the cycle where everything else is pumped. We're probably gonna have some NFTs pumping as the last side of the risk curve starts to move, and I don't see how ordinals will do and inscriptions will do if we have that Bitcoin dominance rollover. I'm guessing they're still going to do good because they represent a risk-on asset. So Bitcoin dominance basically is a risk index for a crypto market. If Bitcoin dominance is pumping, it means that Bitcoin pairs, altcoins are bleeding against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is a safer asset. It's outperforming the riskier assets on a general level. There's definitely going to be outperformers, but when we have that altcoin season, it's probably any altcoin or most of the altcoins are going to be outperforming BTC, and no one's going to be wanting to hold BTC until we basically top, and then Bitcoin dominance could start painting a bottom. Okay, since we talked about Sol, we can take a look at it. Sol's looking fantastic here, man, being honest. Don't have that much data for the Bollinger Bands, but just looks good. It's printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-month straight green candles. A lot of volume. Yeah, I don't think we need an altcoin season for Sol to print new all-time highs. I think if Bitcoin keeps pushing higher, even if we don't find a top on BTCD, Solana eventually is going to push to all-time highs and go into price discovery. Avalanche, yeah, I think Avalanche is going to pump. It's going to pump too. I don't think it's going to pump as hard as Sol. Honestly, I'm not that much into the AVAX ecosystem, but I think it's going to get this flow as well. I know a lot of people have been playing there, and I think AVAX is going to perform good as well. We can look at Sol against AVAX. Okay, so this is the Solana against Avalanche chart. Yeah, you could argue that this could be maybe it's clear on the monthly. Looks kind of like an Adam and Eve pattern, bottom pattern. It's not that clean, but definitely see something like this playing out. Know what I'm saying? So this could be the Adam on the left and the Eve on the right of painting a bottom. And yeah, on March it closed on the highest. It had the highest candle close for 2 months on Solana against AVAX, and it's working on another all-time high candle close. Not all-time high in price, but all-time high candle close for April. So Sol's gonna outperform pretty much everything, I think. At least the majors. There's definitely gonna be some other coins that will outperform Solana. I'm guessing also that Sol memes will have a good time rolling if we go into higher prices. Probably WIF, Bonk. I don't know. There's some microcaps that I like too. I like Bowden. So yeah. Let's see. Link Leche de Toro. Okay. Where do I have Link here? Not sure if I have a chart for Link. Oh yeah, I have something here. It's probably old school. Okay. So Link looks like most of the. Let's see what I had. I had like a head and shoulders drawn here. Which time frame was it? Oh yeah. I guess it did play it out. On 3-day. Yeah. So I had drawn head and shoulders and Link, and it played out. I mean, it got dumped hard on the war event that we had. Yeah. I was hoping for Link to be a good performer this cycle because of kind of past cycle started really hot and really good and then kind of like got left behind. But I would say Link looks pretty much like most of the altcoins do right now that are not outperforming, and it's working on maybe doing a bearish engulfing candle. This wouldn't be good. It's not like it will be the end, but it wouldn't be good for Link at all. Will mean like probably it's gonna go look for lower prices before continuing the uptrend. The level to defend by the Link bulls will be pretty much 15 bucks, 14.9. But if you round it up, if you need to close the 2-month candle above 15 bucks, and it could be a better looking chart. And if you try to look at Solana against Link, yeah, just Solana will be outperformer every major coin out there. I don't even want to look at Sol XRP. Let's do it so we can have some fun. Damn. Yeah. It made all-time highs. Let's see when it did it. Yeah, on the weekly candle of March 11th, Solana did all-time highs against XRP. So yeah, Solana's just a juggernaut right now. Let's see it. Let's take a look at ETH because it's pumping today. So, Link on the daily. I had a 3 rising valleys set up here that kind of played out nicely. But now what I'm hoping to see is a much larger scale setup here. Get rid of this. What I'm hoping here is that we could paint something like this. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So an inverse head and shoulders on the USD pair for Ethereum. This would be nice. If we get this, if this is real, if this is a neckline and this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder, and we paint a bottom here, and then we go up to a neckline and we break out, you will be looking at a crazy target, a crazy technical target for Ethereum. Would be basically, so 300% more or less. It will put Ethereum on a technical target of, damn, it's even more. There's no way. Around 16K for just one ETH token, if this pattern turns out to play itself. But it's too soon to know. It hasn't developed yet. It's just wishful thinking right now, so don't get too hyped on it. We still have a lot of price action to do if we ever paint that pattern. But pay attention, because if we start developing this right shoulder here of the inverse head and shoulders, and we're here, we break out and we back test, you know, there's a technical setup which says that the technical measure move for a breakout of this neckline would put Ethereum at 16K. If this is the head, left shoulder, and the right shoulder, would be insane. We will be probably paying like $1,000 gas fees for a single transaction, but yeah. It will be a 2 trillion market cap. Oh, yeah, then we would need to have like a 10K trillion market cap for the whole crypto market in order for that to happen. So maybe it doesn't happen this cycle, but just know that if this breaks out, it's gonna rip. My thoughts on Sui performance. Let's look at Sui. That's ex-Meta developers coin launched on the bear market, like Aptos. Okay. So another head and shoulders that broke down, sadly, and had a back test of previous support as resistance. That's not what you want to see. But he had a crazy run up. It pumped like almost 500% before nuking. So I like Sui. I just don't like price action too much right now. Could be working on another head and shoulders. I'm hoping it's not. It doesn't look as pretty as the other one. But if we want to get funny, something like this. But I don't think it's gonna play out, because I think we're gonna pump, and I think Sui is gonna pump too. What I don't like about Sui though is that it put on a lower low regarding this low. So that could be some short-term weakness. It's not like it's over, but this low is definitely lower than that one. So kind of means that sellers are in control, or it's going to need some reaccumulation before heading higher. The 2 months still looks good. It's not invalidated. It's not like the uptrend's done. had a bullish engulfing candle in November. Then it confirmed the bullish engulfing on November and January 2024, and then it's just painting a possibly consolidation candle on this April close. So bullish on SUI, but it's probably gonna take out a little bit more of time for playing out. You see this bearish engulfing candle on the monthly. So yeah, it's probably gonna do something like this. It's gonna lag a little bit. If we pump, we need to start doing something like that, and then you can break out towards the end of the year. That's if we actually pump and if we actually are on a bull market. If Bitcoin doesn't paint a good 2-month candle next week and starts losing more momentum, Barry keeps selling Grayscale coins, and we see a lot of outflows on the ETFs, and just the old selling may and go away turns out to be true, then we're looking to much lower levels on SUI. Just on Fibonacci, you are on the 0.5, so 50% retracement from the bottom to the top. And if you wanted to go long on this asset and we don't crazy pump right away, I will wait for deep value levels around the 786 at least. This could be a buy zone, this whole golden retracement area, but it'll depend. If we're on a bull market, this will be a great opportunity, a great risk to reward area to punt along. Otherwise, I will be looking for the 786, because when you have a 500% rally, you usually need deep retracements before start momentum to the upside again, if such momentum was lost. If this is not just consolidation, then you're gonna have to be patient. That's what I think on SUI. So ETH, yeah, working on a bullish engulfing candle for the weekly. Too early to tell soon. On the daily, painting the same similar bullish hammer to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been selling off for the past few minutes, but still 2 hours to the daily close. Anything can happen, but I'm optimistic, especially if we manage to close green on this candle here. Also, USDT dominance, painting a nice bearish hammer all the way on the back test to resistance here, which is the 4.86 level we discussed on a couple of streams ago. So we need to manage to close this, hopefully on a bearish engulfing candle, but at least on a red candle, and leave all these wicks behind. So this could be just a bearish retest. Okay. What else? Bitcoin dominance, DXY, Ethereum, SPX. Let's see at XPX on the 2-month too. Okay, so it could be an indecision candle. We don't want this to turn out to be a bearish hammer. If we close here and we paint this whole body here, it will look uglier than now. we want next Wednesday to close hopefully like this or above. But it just looks bullish. Just the trend is our friend, you know, made a higher high in price discovery. There's this I want to see on the MACD though, not on the RSI. Let's see what the MACD is doing. So yeah, possibly this is still a strong momentum candle. We don't want it to turn into a light green momentum candle, which could mean that momentum's dying off and we have a nasty bearish divergence on the MACD when we have a higher high in price and a lower high on the momentum. So this could be just starting, you know. We could have like a lot of other green candles here to be printed, and then maybe here develop a bearish divergence argument and then dump, but it could be from significant higher prices. So too early to tell on the divergence narrative, but yeah, I'm just not gonna overcomplicate my trading. Just gonna stay bullish until proven otherwise. I'm paying really close attention to next week. Just remaining patient on the time being. Let's look at Pepe. Pepe, what a Chad. So yeah, even with the market sell-off, this Pepe was still green today. So it's probably working, hopefully, on the pattern that we have been discussing a lot, that failed breakdown for a bullish pennant typically performs the best, even way better than a regular bullish pennant. So you want that failed breakdown in order to pump even harder. I'm guessing the market psychology in this kind of situation is that you just leave everyone behind because everyone thinks it had broken down, and then you make them chase higher instead of a regular bullish pennant. What typically they usually perform good, but not so good, honestly. Usually have like a pump like this, and then it's like huge question mark. They usually roll over. I've seen it so many times. Usually come back down here, and everyone say, "Hey, it's a retest of the breakout," and then the double top and whatever, and turns out to be nonsense. So Pepe looking baller here, working on a bullish engulfing candle. Highest levels since April 8th, 2024. And it could be working on the highest candle close since March 31. Yeah. So that's with Pepe. I'm gonna chart Pepe against Sol. Looks so good too. This could be a straight up a double bottom here, and then I'm expecting higher highs on Pepe against Sol, and eventually maybe taking out this shoulder. I think memes are tremendously bullish right now. I was wondering in March, when we had in the beginning of March, we had all of those crazy meme pumps, and it reminded me myself. It reminded me a little bit of DeFi 2020 when we had that crazy summer, that DeFi summer, and I kind of knew at that point that the market had shown its hand with DeFi tokens, and I aped a lot in DeFi before the bull run, and DeFi tokens turned out to be the best performers along with on our L1s. So I was wondering in the beginning of March how true was the meme meta, if it was going to persist along the bull market, or if it was just another rotation. Because memes usually will pump last. It will mean the last, liquidation. It will mean the last liquidity push before heading lower. It will mean the market is at such exuberance that's going to pump like a random coin, a meme coin, and then it's going to roll over. But this time has been kind of different, huh? I'm guessing it's gonna be a good meta for the whole cycle. It's gonna pump throughout the whole cycle. I don't know if all of the meme tokens will do, but at least the blue chips will continue ripping and be probably few of the best performers of this cycle. As crazy as it sounds, there's a lot of people saying that this is a way of the market to punish VC scams and venture capitals for dumping tokens the past cycle and putting emphasis on community. I don't really know, but I see strength in Pepe with Bonk, especially in new memes. As I told you before, I like Bowden as well. Today, a whale Bowden sold like almost $1 million USD in Bowden and got immediately absorbed by the market. Crazy. So what else? Render is kind of having a good daily. Not too much of information just yet. Looks similar to Bitcoin. Looking left, we don't have that much history since we're price discovery. Working on our highest daily close since April 22nd. And yeah, one chart that the thing that was interesting was the Bitcoin USD against NVIDIA. Since we're talking about AI. Yeah, so dark cloud cover pattern for Bitcoin NVIDIA, the daily, but I'm not too concerned because we have higher highs and higher lows on at least this trend since the winter. And this is the monthly. I think this could be a really good setup, especially if we manage to break out to paint a green candle. Okay, what else is interesting today? Say is pumping too a lot. It's been performing good lately. So it reclaimed this horizontal level of 0.59 cents, back tested it, and now it's confirming it at support with a bullish engulfing candle. This is bullish. This is really good for say just a reclaim, back test, and then bullish engulf. So I like it. Plus, it did a higher low than the previous low before the range. So if this turns out to be a deviation, we're probably gonna see the other side of the range, almost to all-time highs. So that could be a 70% pump or something like that. ENA hasn't been performing that good. Still haven't made any lower lows, but price action has been just weak. Guess we'll have to see what the market does. Dimension, really weak too. With managing to stay green, I like it. Tia, kind of showing weakness again. Pain wasn't able to rival these highs, so I don't like it that much, to be honest. But I do have a Tia back. If you if you remain entirely on memes, you'll be fine. So crazy. But if you have like a real coin or a utility coin or layer one or whatever, it's just sad. Gold, working on a lot of negative momentum. We're in price discovery, so all we can do is throw some fib nodes and yeah, 0.236 first fib retracement. If it keeps grinding up and we don't go lower, it's extremely bullish. If you just tap the 0.236 fib retracement and then continue going, it's gonna moon. Gonna have a gold super cycle. Orange juice, kind of cooling up here, and looks like it wants to rip. Working on your highest candle close of the last week. Yeah, orange juice has futures. A lot of commodities have futures. I don't know if you've seen cocoa. It's insane. No, it's not. It's not ticker. I think it's this one. So this is cocoa. Chocolates are about to get mad expensive, bro. Look at that. It's like since the beginning of the year, it's pumped like 160% and almost 200% all the way to the top. So yeah, I don't know what happened with cocoa, but it's just crazy to think. Yeah, we have orange juice futures, coffee futures. With an old fib retracement level. Pretty much everything. Copper. Let's see how copper's doing. Wow. Copper's been pumping too. Let me draw this straight. Like that, yeah. Wow. Copper kind of looks like DXY here. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but reminds me of the DXY a little bit. I'll show you where. A little bit. Let's see if we could do a fractal. I think I have to do it like this in order to be able to paste it. Okay, so I copy to DXY. Okay, so this will be copper. It's not the same, but you get the picture. You have a capitulation event here. Then I'm going to draw what I'm seeing here. Color can I use? Okay, green. So it kind of looks similar, not the same, you know. I have like an inverse head and shoulder here. Inverse head and shoulder here. And then pump. So this whole level is the one that needs to get rejected here. Basically, we're rejecting right now in order for it to roll over. Otherwise, looks like somewhat of a accumulation pattern. Could be, you know, capitulation on the left. You make a higher high, higher lows, consecutive higher lows, and then just start moving up. So, yeah, want to be careful with DXY, but we could have it roll over now and it will be fine. Yeah, right? Just on the technical side of things, I don't like how the DXY looks that much, to be honest, but if you add context to it, that we are in a presidential year, rates being paused, we have the earnings for Google, for Alphabet today, they came out banging. So unemployment's down, economy's apparently safe. So as long as we have those conditions, I'm just gonna disregard any bullish argument for DXY unless we reclaim this and flip it as support. If we do that, I think we are in trouble because we'll be making another higher high and just market structure break 100%. So you know how it is. Good time to short BTC. I wouldn't short it right now, being honest. That's me. The daily and the DXY, which closes tomorrow, is actually painting a bearish engulfing candle. It doesn't mean it's gonna retrace, but it's definitely better than printing a green candle. So yeah, I'm bullish on risk on assets, and I'm hoping that the 0-day inflows from BlackRock will start painting the bottom. Nice, you shorted. That's cool. Yeah, I'm playing a larger high time frame game with Bitcoin and altcoins. I do have a trading stack that I used to trade, to swing trade or position trade, but I'm having my backs and try to keep them until it doesn't look good anymore, or until we hit mania phase. But I like this recovery on Bitcoin. As we were talking yesterday, when higher low on Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, and this could be it. This could be your higher low. If we are able to respect this area and just keep grinding higher, this could be a market structure break from this whole downside that we had here. Yeah, the ETF made volatility higher. Yeah, probably. But if you appreciate the Bitcoin inflows, you'll see that the larger inflows were at the top, 73K, 70K, the first 2 weeks of March. So if they print the top, I'm hoping they'll print the bottom as well. Not that BlackRock didn't buy any Bitcoin yesterday. Actually, it's not only that BlackRock's buying, it's that BlackRock clients are buying the ETF. So all those market players also trade on FOMO and panic. So that's what I'm waiting for. If this low holds, it could be really nice, because you have a market structure break here. You have this low, this high here from this carnage and downtrend that we had all the way here. I'm gonna put a new BTC chart in order to do this so it's clearer. So you have this clear downtrend that we had on the 4-hour, right? And we're trying to work on a market structure break and start a bull trend, or an uptrend at least. So we made these lows, started grinding higher. We had this higher high here that we barely pushed higher. I think we did, but it could be considered as a double top too. I mean, it's almost at the same level, but it did have price action above. So wishful thinking, this was a higher high than this one, and this one will be a higher low than this one here. Yeah, around 65K is a big area. It has confluence with Bitcoin first all-time high to first stop, not all-time high, in April 2021. So it's a historic level. So you had this low marked down by the war news. Then you have this grind up, potential market structure break. So now we're in higher low. And we're starting to see possibly a higher low on the 4-hour here. If this holds, it could be the beginning of a nice uptrend on the 4-hour, which could take us higher. If this low doesn't hold, then we're probably going to see new lows all the way down to the range. Oh, so high to 54.5 and then back to 64. We'll see. We'll see what's up. At least we recovered. We made this recovery at least in the New York session, which is kind of nice. Maybe we're gonna see some inflows today, but who knows? I don't know if you were at the beginning of the stream, stranger, but I've been showing a pattern on Bitcoin against the SPX, which is this one here. So you have bullish pennant, you have a failed breakdown here, right here. And typically when you have a failed breakdown and you reclaim a bullish pennant, it performs way better than a normal bullish pennant. So that's what I'm waiting for, and I would like to see this candle close green. It's barely green right now, but as long as we're inside of this range, I'm bullish, and as long as this candle in the 2-month doesn't close red, I'm bullish as well. And hopefully we would like to see it close above 77K, 78K, so we have a Bollinger Band breakout after a squeeze. That would take us a lot higher, in my opinion. Yeah, still bullish, but a lot of people have flipped bearish on the timeline. A lot of people think that this is a week of distribution schematic. This one here. Yeah, it will bottom when you less expected, huh? So this would be like a week off setup, having the up thrust here, and now working on the Li P SY. We usually bottom on the nights, and sometimes we nuke at night. You wake up to a bloodbath. That sucks, but just name of the game. And USDT dominance, we're back testing this. It's resistance, still looks good. An hour and a half on the daily for the candle close, so we still have an hour and a half liquidated. An hour and a half to go in order for the candle close to go. So we still have not a lot of time, but at least 90 minutes before the candle close. So it could happen. S&P now closed green. So it's good. I think the following week, all the way over to next Wednesday, is going to be critical, at least for me. QQQ, close on the green as well. Pumping a little bit on the post market. I think that's because of the good Google earnings that pumped Google Alphabet. Let's check that real quick. Asian ETF, I saw it starts trading at the end of the month. It could help with narrative. I don't think they're gonna put that much volume into it. The U.S. market is basically the whole market maker of the whole world. Asia doesn't have like that much money as in the U.S., but it's definitely a good thing. I would much rather have it than don't have it. Know what I'm saying? So this is Google. This is probably post market, pumped a lot. Oh no, it doesn't have the post market. No, yeah, this is the post market at $173. It pumped over 10% after market close. So that's good for Google. It's tomorrow, if nothing changes, it's gonna wake up and Google will be flying. Be basically in price discovery in $173. So it's not that I care that much about Google. What I do care about much is the earnings. I think that the earnings, plus having low unemployment, plus having rates flat, plus being on an election year, it's quite bullish for risk-on assets. That's my thesis. If you start changing ingredients in that mix, then I'm gonna start flipping my bias. But having rates flat and not having a hike or not having a big cut, if we have like a small cut, maybe like a quarter point cut, like 0.25 basis points cut, just like to show us a signal to the market, and we keep them flat and we have low unemployment, I think the market's poised for a rip, man. And I think some market participants already are starting to pay attention, because look at this pump after hours for Google. It's insane. I don't have any Google stock, but moving a stock this high, it takes a lot of money, especially with such a large cap as Google. Let's look at Apple. Apple recovering a little bit. It's been making lower lows, lower low, lower low, lower low, but could bottom anytime soon. This is an uranium chart. It's kind of funny. Interactive Brokers. This thing has been ripping, man. I don't know what they're doing over there, but it's been bullish for almost the past last year. It's been pumping nonstop. Crazy. Tesla's been wrecked. I haven't seen it in a while, but oh, nice. Did it pump today? Nice. Yeah, put on a nice candle today. It's pretty nice, Tesla. Still have a lot of work to do. We need to put on a higher high here, and hopefully here, then start working on a lower low, on a higher low, excuse me, and then we can see market structure break. But that's definitely good. Yeah, usually maximum food paints the bottom, huh? Let's see if we have some edge or divergence on the oscillators. So no divergence on the MACD, just confluence on the daily. I'm not gonna look at higher time frame on Tesla than this, because it's gonna look awful. It's been downtrending for straight 10 months or so. So it needs some work to do before longing this asset. What I would like to do, or to see, is put on a higher high, then a higher low, and then maybe you can start building an argument. Good night, stranger. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe and like the stream. I'll be streaming every day for the following months. So you could be painting a nice inverse head and shoulders here in Tesla if we get something like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't long it, nor short it. It's just to deep value levels in order to do a short. Okay. I've been going for an hour or so. So if you have any more requests, just let me know. I'll gladly look at them. Otherwise, I'm going to start wrapping up the stream here. And I would see you guys tomorrow. The same day, at the same time, not the same day. You'll have to excuse my English for the first few weeks, because it's not my native language, but I'm doing my best in order to be clear and having everyone understand all the points that are being made here. Okay. So that's going to be it for me today, boys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the comments, the likes, subscriptions. We'll be doing way more TA, and I hope to see you guys soon. Ciao.